Okay, hello guys. Today I'll talk about geometry and measurement 4. Okay, so let's move to the first part about circle theorem 1. Okay, about angles. Okay, so what about the circle? We can say here are some very key words in the circle, and here is a circle, right? And here is the center of the circle. And we can say the chord means a straight line joining 2 points on the circumference. Okay, so maybe here we can find here is AB, so we can say AB is a chord. Okay. And diameter means that the chord passing through the central. Okay, so here that is diameter. Okay. And for arc, because the arc means a section of the circumference. Okay. So because here, this is the arc, because the arc AB. Okay. And segment means a region bounded by a chord and arc. So here is a segment. Okay. That is for segment. And for sector, because it is a region bounded by two radius and an arc. So here, because it's a central is O, that OAR is a sector. So here is a sector, okay? That is how we understand it for several words. Okay, so maybe after that, we will make a fully or clear understanding for this, okay? So in theory one, we said that angle at the center, like here, maybe we can name the 3 points A, B, C. Okay, so here the angle AOB equals to 2 times of the angle ACB. Okay, you can say AOB equals to 2 times of ACB. Okay, we can find angle ACB and angle AOB. They have the opposite arc, right? They have the same arc, arc AB, right? Okay, so that is how we can calculate the angle at the center. Okay, that is it. And theorem is to find the angles in the same segment. Okay, so here because first they're same segment. So here maybe we can name the 4 point that is A, B, C, and D. Okay, so the answer here angle ACB equals to angle ADB equals to x. They're the same. Okay, so because the angle ACB equals to angle ADB equals to maybe x. They're the same angles. Okay. So about series rim, we can say the angle in circumference. Okay, so that for here the semicircle, we can say the angle here because of perpendicular angles. So here is A, B, and C. So angle ACB equals to 90 degree. Okay, that is how we can calculate the theorem here. Okay, that is 90 degree. Okay, and for last theorem here is cyclic quadrilaterals. Okay, so we can say here two opposite angles they are opposite, so their sum of them equals to 180 degree. Okay, that is opposite interior angles. Okay, so also maybe we can name here is angle B, angle B plus angle D equals to 180 degree. Okay, also therefore the opposite angles. Okay, that is it. And we can say that for the cyclic quadrilaterals, we also have a exterior angle rule. Okay, so we knew that for the exterior angle, like here, for example, we draw a quadrilateral in the circle. So here it is. Okay, and we can say here, maybe this is angle x, and this is angle 180 minus x, right? Because we using the theorem before, we said the opposite angle in the circle or in the quadrilateral, they equals or their sum equals to 180, right? So here, therefore the exterior angles. So 180 degree minus 180 degree minus x equals to x, right? So here, this angle equals to x. So angle x equals to the opposite angle x, so their value is the same. Okay, so let's say here, exterior angle equals to the adjacent angles of the angle. Okay, it's sometimes very hard to understand it here. Okay, that is for cyclic quadrilaterals. Okay, so last part we have some deliberate practice for you. Okay, so you can just try out yourself and find the answer. You can just pause the video and do yourself. But if you want to follow with me, you can keep on going. Okay. So maybe for first problem is that ABC lies in the circle central O. Okay, the central AOB equals to 130 degree. Okay, and calculate the angle ACB. Okay, so here is for this value. So using the laws, we said like the central angle AOB equals to 2 times of the ACB, right? So because it's here, because they have the same arc AB, okay? So AOB angle equals to 2 times of angle ACB, okay? So maybe angle AOB equals to 130 degrees. So here, angle ACB equals to 65 degree, okay? That is for first problem, okay? And for second problem is that point PQRS lies in a circle. So here we can set, here is a PQRS I draw it. That is for P, Q, R, and S, okay? That is it. And it's a PQR angle equals to 105 degree, okay? And then find the angle PSR, so we got equals to 180 degree minus 105 degree, okay? That is it. So we can say here equals to 75 degree, okay? So that is how we can calculate for this answer, okay? And for last problem, problem 3 is that AB is the diameter of a circle, okay? And point C on the circumference is angle CAB equals to 35 degree and calculate angle CBA, okay? So here you can just set here, maybe we can draw the graph. AB is the diameter, and point C is on the circumference. Here is point C. And we knew that this angle is a perpendicular angle, right? Because the opposite side is AB. AB is a diameter, right? So we can say if CAB equals to 35 degrees, so angle CBA equals to 55 degree, okay? So because 35 degree plus 55 degree equals to 90 degree, okay? Another angle is a perpendicular angle, okay? So the last challenging problem, let's see it together. Okay, so here is that point ABCD lies on the circle, right? So we can draw ABCD as 4 points. So here's point A, B, C, and D. Okay, so we said chord AC and BD, they intersect at the point X, right? This is point X. And we can set BAC is 40 degree, right? And ACD equals to 30 degree, okay? Please calculate the angle BXC, okay? So maybe here, angle BXC is this value, right? Okay. So first, 40 degree here equals to another 40 degree BDC, right? BAC equals to 40 degree. And ACD equals to the angle ABD, right? Because they have the same chord. Okay. And then we can say here, this angle BX equals to, because it's the interior angle of the triangle, maybe AXB, right? So here, this angle equals to 180 degree minus 30 minus 40 equals to 110 degree, right? So this for the computed angle here is for 70 degree, okay? That is for here, how to understanding for the angles in circles, okay? So in this problem, I hope you can understanding how to calculate the angles in the circle. They are very important, okay? So that's our lesson. See you next time. Bye.